Hi there, hello and welcome to a very special episode of Creatives on the Couch with me, Reece Ryan, and my gorgeous TV wife, the beautiful Monique. How are you? Look at this! Oh my days, this is absolutely insane and I love it. I love what we're creating. It is my honour to welcome one of my dearest friends, the gorgeous Phil Fletcher, everybody!
Thank you for having me here.
Oh,
I was expecting a couch, but where's the couch gone?
well, with all this lot, we could make a couch out of it, couldn't we?
Some of these are made from a couch.
This is like stepping inside your world for a change with the puppet.
Do you like
workshop.
it?
Love it.
I am absolutely blown away.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for inviting me onto your programme. It's a tip-top treat for all concerned.
That was a bit of onomatopoeia, wasn't it? A bit of alliteration. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Yeah, I don't normally do this sort of thing front of house. I'm normally under something, or encased in something, or behind something.
Well, that is it.
So it's nice to put a jacket on and be out front as opposed to having things drop on my head, which is what I do for most of my career.
Yeah, I mean, you are now a BBC legend. let's
National
put it
treasure, I would
You
say.
are.
Yeah, I go out far. Yeah.
For CBeebies, you are a superstar.
I'm Hacker the dog,
Yeah.
the innocent man.
Yeah.
The meme. But what does it mean?
You mean hacker's not real?
I'm a meme.
Shove your hand up. It's like the modern day Bob Carroll.
Don't
G's.
tell anyone. I'm like James Herriot.
Well, I mean, look at this.
Do you like it?
Yes.
Keeps you warm. Keeps you warm at night. Keeps you out of trouble.
So, what is your house actually like? There's just
It's like this now, pretty much. My house is empty today because they're all here.
You've got hundreds.
Yeah, it's a condition.
Is it?
Yeah.
You just spend your life building puppets.
And you see a GP really.
No.
Try them on. Stick your hand in
I'm
one.
No.
loving this.
Look, you've got a best friend there.
Well, that is Tufty Jack.
I love Tufty Jack. Hello.
Who's this one?
That is Neddy Bear.
Really?
But Neddy does have a problem. He does tend to soil himself, so be careful.
Oh right, okay. Well, there we are. Then you'd never see it on.
Well,
this
that's the beauty of that outfit.
It's just so. Where would you even start? You'd make it up as you go along.
With
Give
this,
a
with these
concept.
ones, I tend to make them up as I go along. So I would think about what I want to do. A cat in this case, so I thought I'd do a little cat. I made that one in a couple of hours of the Sunday. After Columbo had been on, obviously.
Oh, absolutely.
You gotta get your priorities right.
You see, I'm more of a Murder She Wrote.
Well, I've always said it.
So you've made all of these?
Every last one of them,
Wow.
using my powers, my puppet building powers. I've been doing this since I was a little kid.
Right,
I started when
okay.
I was 11 making cloth puppets, but prior to that I would do shows with an emu puppet that I was about 4-year-old or something. So I've always been doing this sort of nonsense.
Well, it's not nonsense.
Oh, it
Again,
is.
it's
I'm a
not.
professional imbecile.
You can get cream for that.
Well, I've seen that.
Innuendo like me. You know, you've got two of us. You've got one either side.
Yeah.
We're going to double prong you
Oh
later.
dear.
Very true.
Yes.
I look forward to it.
You won't get much from me.
You're enjoying Tufty Jack, aren't you? A bit more than I expected you to.
This is absolutely wonderful.
Do you know what? It just brings me back to childhood. Like,
Yeah.
this is amazing.
And he's got moving eyebrows if you can figure out inside. There's a mechanism in there.
Is there?
Yeah, if your shellacs don't get in the way,
They probably will.
you could probably find.
Oh yeah.
But don't get too good at it, that's my only worry.
Well,
Because
I've mastered it.
I have got a mortgage to pay
I've mastered it now.
in Wigan, which is about 20 quid a month. So it's not too bad.
So, obviously, your TV show
Yes.
is everywhere. It is just one of the biggest shows on CBeebies.
14 years I've been doing it.
I know.
Wow.
And I was only brought on for 4 months. It was a
Right.
4-month cover gig, so every day since that has been a bonus. I either it's one of two things. I'm either really good or they're too lazy to find somebody else. And I think it's the latter.
Yeah.
But it's
Well,
a long time to be Hacker the dog.
Absolutely. You know, and obviously, Hacker's now cult status.
He's not that. Oh, cult, sorry.
Cult status. You know, the viewing figures are through the roof.
Yes, a really low roof, obviously, but they're through the roof nonetheless.
Yeah. It's an amazing show.
It's an amazing achievement to have dragged it out for that long. I'm the longest serving CBBC presenter on record.
Oh wow.
In world history, I saw that.
Amazing. I'm very, very, very good at my job.
Yes.
But you had another very famous now as he is sidekick, didn't you? Look at where he's gone on to. He's looking at naked men and women all the time.
Yes, well, he did that back then, but he didn't do it on telly.
Ian Sterling,
yeah,
the
he
voice
was
of Love Island.
The voice of Love Island. He was my original co-host on CBBC. Ian and Hacker, we both started at the same time, 2009. Neither of us knew anybody in London because I come from the northwest, he come from Scotland, so we moved in together. We lived together for 2.5 years. That's why the on-screen stuff worked so well, because
Yes.
we spent 24 hours with each other,
Right.
drinking, talking nonsense, and honing the act. And then he went on, left me. He went on to do great things. I'm treading water until I inevitably perish. But either way, it's fine with me.
You're having fun.
It's the best job in
Doing it.
show business, yeah.
But you guys are back together now, though, aren't you?
We did Buffer in an ITV2 show, sitcom. We've just done series 2 of that. It's currently on.
Yeah, I know, I watched
hopefully
it.
it'll get recommissioned for a third. Well, we have kept in touch.
Yeah.
And Barry from EastEnders is another one of my.
Sean, absolutely.
Forward.
Sean's coming on here.
Is he?
He is. We'll do a reunion.
Yes.
Yeah, he's going to come because he's doing karaoke at the moment.
He's very good at
Sean
it as well. I'm
Wilson.
glad I came in first because this would have been damp otherwise.
Well, they're all a little bit moist.
Barryoke, yeah, it's a great name for an act, that.
Brilliant. I did speak to Sean about a week ago, and he was like, "Come and see the show." I was like, "Right, I'll come see your
He
show."
always
But you
sells
need to
out,
come
he does well, it's very popular.
on. Unbelievable.
Barryoke. It's a title first and you worked out the act afterwards.
Well, yeah, we just go around pushing people off cliffs, really.
What he always says a cliff, it was a mild incline at best. I worked on a show with him called Scoop, and we had all these little kids on, 6-year-olds, and he was going, I used to be in EastEnders, you know, and Janine pushed me off a cliff, and they're all going,
What?
any of those words you just said to me?
Yeah.
He's like, what's a cliff? It's funny. Classic Sean. And if you're watching Sean, he's not watching this.
It's he'll be in a trailer somewhere with his beautiful wife. Absolutely.
Drunk.
He does like a little swift half shot. But who doesn't?
True.
So you started as a very young boy
Yes.
creating all of this.
Yeah.
And so I was just going to say, why?
Why?
Well,
Yeah, it's a valid question, and I don't know the answer to it.
Yeah, why? So was it the likes of Rainbow and stuff
All
like
of the
that?
British stuff, yeah. I was a big fan of Rod Hull and Emu, Keith
Yes.
Harrison Orville, Rainbow,
Yeah.
all that, plus the Muppets, but I was a big fan of all the British nonsense. Other stuff was always sort of lower quality, and I've always sort of been drawn to that, really.
But
That's why I'm on here.
Yes.
Behave.
We're not the BBC yet. But
It's about
you
the time.
can't, for us growing up and for me growing up, you know, Rod, Jane and Freddie,
Yeah.
you know, George Zippit Bungle.
Brilliant.
You know, and the innuendo.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Jeffrey
yeah.
was the worst for it, but when Rod, Jane and Freddie came in and she was shaking her maracas, let's play with Jane's maracas.
Yes.
It was brilliant television.
It was great, and it ran for 20 years, that
Yeah.
show. It just doesn't happen now.
No. But that was linked with like your Count Duckula Nightmare.
Yeah.
Do you remember things like that?
There was all your classic
Yeah.
time stuff.
Yeah.
ITV stuff, yeah, it was some great stuff. Lunchtime, the Riddlers, the other nonsense.
Rosie and Jim.
Yeah, well, that was dross, but the other stuff's pretty good.
Rosie and Jim.
Do you remember
I
that?
do.
I'd have-
Chugging along on the old
I'd
ragdoll.
have pushed them off the boat.
And John who drives the
Yeah, he
boat.
drives the boat, yeah. He's gone a bit quiet recently.
What, John who drives the boat? He's stuck on the canal.
He's waged, I think. Yeah, he got caught in a lock.
Arch 92 down by Manchester
will
Ship
happen.
Canal.
Yeah.
But I think children's television was so, it was so different back then. There was, what's the Raggy Dolls,
Yeah.
Fraggle Rock.
But they had great theme tunes back then as well, a lot of the
Yes.
shows. And I'm in a band called the Pound Shop Boys, and we cover
Yeah.
all those old kids' TV theme tunes from the 80s and make them sound bang up to date with a disco beat.
Nice.
Like
Proper.
Jiminy.
Nice,
Yeah, the
nice,
modern
nice.
shows haven't got good theme tunes anymore.
No, you've got to have a proper theme tune.
Yeah, I agree.
Perhaps stay away from that trapdoor.
I will.
There's something down
That's
there.
on the new album.
Is
It's on the new
it?
Pound Shop Boys album. I'll send you a copy when it's pressed.
Please do.
I will. No, I will.
Yes.
Well, I'll send you one. I shall get you a discount, certainly. Discount code.
So have you made, obviously you've got Sesame Street and stuff like that. Do you recreate the stuff like that?
I make a lot of replicas of that for my own amusement. It just keeps your powers sharp.
Right.
And it's nice, because with the original characters, you can't really, you've got a bit of something on your will, you can't really go wrong, because like if that went wrong a bit, I said, well, that's what it was meant to be like.
Yeah.
It's fine. But if you're making replicas of something, they've got to be authentic. So it's a nice way to keep your skills polished,
Toned.
as it were.
Yes. So I think the world's greatest, Jim Henson.
The best, yeah.
I mean, without
Him and me, yeah.
Yeah.
We're,
on a par.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the Wigan version, if you can imagine such a thing.
Jim, he did create something very special though with Muppets, didn't
Yeah.
he?
Well, he was fantastic. Yeah, he was a visionary, really. This type of puppet had not been on telly prior to that, and it's now by word for this sort of thing in a Muppet, but he created that. But prior to this, people were putting stage puppets on telly, so there was not proper lip sync. It was he really pulled the rug from under it, really.
Yeah.
But it's expected now, that sort of thing.
Died far too soon though.
Yeah. But keep the mood up.
I mean, you know what my thoughts are on the Witches.
You love the Witches.
I love.
That was his
the
last
Witches.
project, I think.
Yeah.
It was that and the Turtles, Ninja Turtles.
Him and Roald Dahl started the Witches in 1990. Principal photography began at the end of '89 in America, and then they went into Germany, and then obviously it came.
Jim died in May, so he didn't see the finish.
He never saw the
Oh,
finish.
wow,
He never
okay.
saw it. He didn't. It came to the Headland Hotel in Newquay, which is where I used to do the Witches tour. That was how one of my early things that I used to pretend to be the Grand High Witch.
You still do it,
I
Tom?
still do it. I still put that frock on. But yeah, I think I was obsessed with what Jim Henson created.
He was brilliant. He was the best.
Just that powerhouse of magic, I think, and what he created with Angelica.
Well, in such a short time, he did create a lot of stuff, because let's say a short time, he started in the 50s, Kermit the Frog was created in 1955, but from the Muppet Show, which was 76, up until his death, he did a lot of stuff in sort of 14 years.
Well, him and Roald Dahl died within weeks of each other, and neither of them got to see.
And there was
finished production.
nothing funny about it. It was just a coincidence.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Although Roald didn't like what he was doing with the film.
I think Nick Rogue, the director, went on a direction that he felt it needed to go on. Angelica Houston had her ideas, Mai Zetterlin, she had her ideas. You've got the Stella sisters, and they all had their own inputs of what they believed that a Roald Dahl book should literally be.
Yeah, you can't just translate it directly, because it wouldn't necessarily work.
And I think he wanted it his way. The same with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Well, Jim Henson didn't like the violence that was going on in the Turtles, but that's what they were. They were ninjas. You could have it. It's part of the title.
Yeah.
We are
The Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. So where do you start with designing these?
Well, sometimes I'll draw them, so I'll draw them out and then work from that. But sometimes I'll just start building. So I always start with the mouth play, which is this really. And then once you've got that, you can build on top of that.
Okay.
Right.
So then you do the head, and you can work at the scale of the rest of it. You don't start with the body first. That would be crazy talk.
Really?
Yeah.
Right, but it makes sense actually, looking at it now.
You work your way back. So when you're drawing, you draw the things that are closer to you first and work backwards. If you're drawing a character, you draw the nose first.
Really? Well, we're going to go into that in just a moment. Time for a quick break right now. All right, grab your hand puppets. It's going to be a masterclass very soon. Back in a moment. And welcome back to Creatives on the Couch. We're here with the amazing Phil Fletcher.
Thanks for having me on this
It's
fantastic show.
Well, I just love that you're here in flesh and we've not had to build a box around it with your hands shoved through a hole.
You can put it in post.
Green screen you.
Screen me out after the fact, yeah.
Look at this, it's so cute.
That's Weevil.
Weevil. Oh, we all love a Weevil.
What is the longest you've actually performed with a puppet? Because this is quite heavy and tight.
Yeah, but
sitting on my hand here.
you do get the weight of it, isn't this? It's the length of time.
Yeah.
So but when you work how I work, when you're above your head like that, the weight is straight down on your shoulder. It's not as bad. It's worse doing this.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, so I can go for about an hour doing that. Then I'm always watching a monitor, so I'm watching what the camera sees at home. So I'm going blah blah blah. Welcome to CBBC. Here's coming up next. We've got Tracy Beaker.
Wow.
And I've got an earpiece in where people are yapping at me, going, "Just get on with it."
It's not the same without him on there, though.
No,
it's
it's
like,
not.
It's like Sooty naked.
Easier as well, look. What's that? Yeah, I know.
And obviously the catchphrase.
You're right, cockers!
There we
The
are.
classic catchphrase from Hacker the dog, because Hacker famously, as I do, never remembers anybody's name.
We turned Christmas lights on together, didn't we?
Exactly.
So we were turning the Christmas lights on, and Hacker was on, and all he had to do was welcome me. Couldn't remember me at all. Looked at me. What's your name?
I'm useless, but I do drink, so. You're right, cockers! It gets you out of many a scrapes. That.
Absolutely. And we did Woof Fest together. Do you remember that
Woof
one?
Fest, that was
With
the first time.
all the dogs.
Yeah.
Yes. It was a festival just full of hundreds of dogs, and obviously Hacker had to be there.
Here's a dog.
course.
But when I'm walking around with Hacker on, the dogs look at me going, You're not going to do that to me, are you? You worry. You look at where's his hand? Where was that? That was in a field, wasn't it? Oh,
We were in a
lovely,
field.
lovely life.
Rainford
Field.
We were in a field in Rainford. Yes.
That's where we live. Show business, folks.
Yeah, that's show business. Absolutely.
Have you been in a field in Rainford?
Never.
Lies.
Don't know your ball.
I've been in a field, just not in Rainford. Joking.
I don't remember where Rainford is. I've forgotten about that.
Yeah, we were down the East Lancs.
Oh.
Absolutely. So yeah, you've got
His tea's thin.
you've
It's water.
you got your catchphrases, Cockers. You got your meat paste.
Yes, get it
What's
down
the
your
thing with
face.
Sue Barker?
Sue Barker is better than a permanent marker. I've always said it, but Hacker loves Sue Barker because her surname has got the word bark in it. It's as tenuous as that.
Wow.
But we've dragged that joke out for 14 years until she selfishly resigned from Wimbledon and left me high and dry. I'll have to latch onto Carol Kirkwood now. He does like the blondes, Hacker.
But you do songs. You've recorded so many songs as
Yeah,
Hacker,
yeah, loads of
haven't
them. Yeah, I spend lots of time in studio. I never take the puppet in when I'm doing the songs.
Yeah.
So the production guys just like a maniac going in there, going. When I was a puppy, I made a discovery of a woman so lovely I couldn't resist. She hosted the sports, offered insightful thoughts at the Wimbledon courts. Yes, I was hooked. Oh, she's got a strong backhand, a legion of loyal fans, always interesting, never bland. Oh, you didn't get that with Desmond Lynam. She does a question of sport, interviews the winners on centre court. Yes, there is only one Susan Barker, a staple of public life since 1973. Hey, there is only one Susan Barker. Boom! And that is the grandstand theme tune with the Hacker the Dog song on it, which is perfectly fine for copyright reasons, so keep it in.
Absolutely,
Yes.
you can drop it in.
That's a KPM song.
The first song that I ever saw you doing was the Everybody Loves Meat Paste one.
I love meat paste, get it down your face, get your meat paste down your face. Join in when you feel confident. I love meat paste, get it down your face. I wrote that one so you can use that. That's what we did at Wigan, didn't we?
We did that at Wigan.
Yeah.
We did, yeah. Do you remember that snow machine? You got covered, I got covered.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've never been. It's carcinogenic, I've never been right since.
Yeah.
My lungs are up the wall.
So,
Speak to the council.
yeah, you'll be talking to your psychologist
Yeah.
not about the council.
Not again, not twice in one day.
You're not used to any of this, are you? You're from the West Midlands.
Yeah, we're
Oh, I've been there. Is that the Black Country?
Yeah,
I
down
filmed
the
at
road.
the Black Country Living Museum. We
Ah,
did
yes.
some fantastic sketches. Sherlock Bones we filmed there for Hacker Time. Have you ever been? It's a great,
Yeah.
perfect. It's like a living movie set,
It
isn't
is,
it?
yes.
And they have red chips, don't they? Red battered chips. Hey,
Very
Oh.
nice. Red battered chips.
they're
Red
delicious.
battered
Red. Imagine that. 3 words.
Yeah.
Red battered and chips. Fusion. Delicious.
We're talking fusion.
I might go there again for some of those.
You should.
Just now?
Yeah. When does this finish?
You can come back with me,
Go
yeah.
back
Oh, give us a lift back, will you? We'll nip down. That's good. Yeah.
Okay.
So inside the puppet workshop.
Yes, ITPW as we call it in the.
Yeah, I mean, and everything matches with you. You have your shirts.
Yes.
If you're doing something with Hacker, then you've got Hacker on your top. because
Branded.
Yeah, you are completely and utterly,
Mental.
submerged. Yeah,
Branded
I was
even.
going to say submerged in this world that you have created.
Well, somebody has to, haven't they? You've got to do it.
I don't know. So, other than Hacker, what is your favourite? Because you have made all the Jim Henson characters.
Yeah,
you made
Kermit the Frog I'm a big fan of from the specific one from the mid to late 80s when he was lovely. He looked really good then. I'm a big fan of Emu, as you know.
Yes.
Rod and Emu.
Bless him. What
Bless
an
his
end.
cotton. Yeah.
I mean,
he
you
was-
would have thought all that talent and you fall off a roof fiddling with your aerial.
It will happen to me, that.
You'll
And I've got cable, I'll be really annoyed. I haven't got an aerial.
Go and waggle it up on that roof.
Well, maybe later.
Orville was brilliant.
Yes, brilliant, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm a big fan of Keith. I met Keith in Orville, and I own a screen used at Orville. And then
Do you?
Keith Harris signed it for me on his last ever gig.
I hate that monkey.
I ate that dog. And he perished shortly after that. Nothing to do with me or the pen I asked him to use to sign it publicly.
And your latest creation, Mr. Blobby.
Yes, I'm a big fan of Mr. Blobby, and I've worked with him a couple of times, as you have, haven't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Barry?
Yeah.
But I started making a little scale model of him. But if you angle it right, it looks like the massive one.
No, I thought when you did the pictures the other
Yeah.
day of getting it all, I was like, That's huge. Where are you going to store? And then he walked into shot. I was like,
It's only 35 centimetres,
Oh,
but
wow.
you do a low level lens, a low angle lens.
Thought about the angle.
What is in this? If you do a low level lens, you do a little bigger, doesn't it?
who's that one?
This is Sludge, and he resides in my puppet workshop. He's having a lovely time here. But this little fella down here is a guy called Jasper, and I'll show you Jasper in action.
Because you do all the different voices for all
I
of
do
them,
all the
don't you?
voices, yeah. So this guy is on ITPW, and he would say, "Hello, my name is Jasper. Hello, thank you for having me. It's on the Creatives on the Couch. Yeah. Did you get these chairs from the IKEA around the corner? Because they're very nice. Did you keep the receipt? Because I may have messed up. I've messed it. Hello, can you hear? Hello, can you hear me?" But in real life, somebody else would perform his right hand on this. This is a two-man puppet, really.
Oh,
All woman.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't forget.
It's a two-man puppet, all woman, and somebody else would perform that hand, and that's how he's done. But generally, you use these type of ones where you've got two rods on. And I
So
would
this
do-
Hacker's got.
Hacker's got the arm rods, yeah, and this is how most of the Muppets work. So I would do, "Hello, I'm Bob Toad. I'm your cloth chum. I'm your fuzzy friend. I'm your woolly well-wisher." Let's have a little clap for that.
Lovely.
Oh my day! You don't even look at you.
No, it's for the
No,
best.
not at all.
It's very Avenue Q, isn't it?
And he can do a Kermit impression, would you believe? Very good at it as well.
Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here. Welcome to Creatives on the Couch. Yay!
Oh my gosh.
Copyright reasons, that's just an impression. So
Yeah.
if anyone asks, they won't ask.
Wow, and I mean, obviously, this one then is very, very Jim Henson.
This is Roy Beaner, he's a comedian, and he exclusively does old Tommy Cooper jokes.
Wow.
And he will go, "Hello, my name is Roy Beaner. Would you like to hear a joke?
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
please.
The other day, I was cleaning out the attic with the wife. Dirty, filthy, and covered in cobwebs. But she's good with the kids." Roy! And that is fine again, because it's a Tommy Cooper joke, and he's long dead, so no copyright issue on that. You have a go.
Have you? What with this?
Yeah, do
Okay,
a little
what's
bit of
his name?
puppetry. His name is Tufty Jack.
Hello, I'm Tufty Jack. My voice sounds a bit hoarse. Oh, excuse
And you're
me.
surprisingly good at that. No, but don't get too good at this. I need the work.
G'day! Hello! How are you? Whoa!
No, no,
Actually doing
It's
it.
great.
no, I
fun,
feel like I'm
this
in
is.
therapy now.
This is great fun, actually.
Oh,
Do you like it?
I love it.
Do you
Yeah.
just sit at home? I was going to say sit at home playing with yourself, but do you just sit at home playing?
Both, yeah.
Yeah.
And usually the adverts for Corrie. But so this has been a lovely treat. Thank you for. It's been exciting.
Yeah, I've enjoyed
So
Loved it.
what's next for you then? What? You know, obviously Hacker will run and run and
Yes,
run
the
because
contract has been renewed soon anyway, so another year on Hacker
That's
at minimum.
you're going to be there
Brilliant.
forever, realistically.
Oh,
The
yes.
character is so popular.
They couldn't survive without me.
Yeah.
No.
I am the BBC.
You are.
Yeah, you are
You are.
Auntie. Yes.
But apart from that, messing around on Instagram, I do a lot of social media stuff, and one of my videos on TikTok is at 31 million views,
Oh,
which is
wow.
extraordinary for someone who's 46 and messes around with puppets. I mean, what's going on? It's meant to be for young people. I'm a hashtag influencer.
I love you.
Brilliant,
Get you.
yeah.
How many million?
31
That's a hell of a lot.
31 million.
views.
Wow.
I can't even get 31 views.
Well, it doesn't matter. You don't get pay per view.
Yeah, yeah. It's just depending who you're shoving your hand up
Right,
at the time.
yeah.
So Hacker's going to run and run.
Yes.
You know, you've got hopefully another series with Ian.
Hopefully that'll happen, yeah. It's still on. It's doing well, apparently. I think it's got some nice comments and nice reviews.
He's such a nice guy, though, isn't he?
He's fantastic,
And Laura's lovely as well.
Yes.
You know, what a nice couple they are.
Well, she's in it as well, this series, so obviously she'll bring a bit of the viewers to it, which is good.
Yeah.
So we can leech on the back of her popularity. And she's in the scenes with me, luckily. So all the clips that get shown on telly, Larry the Lizard, which is my character in that, gets shown because by fluke, I'm in all the scenes with Laura Whitmore, and then they're the only bits that people seem to be bothered about.
Really?
Win-win. Fusion.
It's fusion again. Yeah.
You should get them on here, Ian and Laura. Get them on this.
Definitely love to have them on.
Did do it for a packet of cheesy red chips.
Okay, yeah. Deal.
So, do you think you're going to create any more sort of series or anything with your vast
Well, I've
array?
started using these guys on CBBC a lot more, so these guys are on that quite often these days, so I'm sort of crowbarring my stuff onto telly a bit more.
Okay. And, you have different sort of like co-hosts and things like that, so how does that work? Do you have a say? Do you have to gel with them?
Yeah, it's nice when you do. The ones I'm with now are good. We have 5 co-presenters, and they do different days. Whereas me and Ian would do it 5 days a week for 4 years.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I don't know what I'm going to be in with when I rock up, but we get on quite well. But Hacker's quite insular in a way. He doesn't really. He's not bothered who he's with.
Yeah.
He'd happily have them not turn up. Really.
He'd just do it himself.
Yeah, he'd prefer that.
Yeah.
He's not a people person.
Right. Okay.
Unlike me, which I love people.
So away from the puppets, what else do you like to do?
I like to go to the pub. I like to do karaoke. I'm in the Pound Shop Boys, which is my band with Ricardo Autobahn, and we release electro music under that umbrella. We've started doing another band called the Click System, which means we can do original music, because Pound Shop Boys exclusively do covers.
I'll say next time we have you on, come on as the Pound Shop Boys.
Yeah, we'll do a perform for you.
We'll proper perform.
That'd be great.
We'll be your backing singers. You are an absolute star.
Thank
It's
you.
An honour
Thank you so
to
much.
have
It's been
you
an
on
honour,
our show.
nay, pleasure to meet both of you.
Yeah.
See me again.
See you again.
Hope you've enjoyed that crazy episode. We're going to go and play with some puppets now. I'm going to go and shove my hand up a couple more. There we are. See you next time on more Creatives on the Couch. Bye for now.